Anyways, currently your top 10, who are the only ones making it into Q2. That's 4 people exiting the pits. Wow. With 3. That is Isla currently at the elimination zone, at the cutoff point. 10th fastest. Cookie is 9th. It is 8th fastest. Pinky 7th fastest. Lily 6th fastest. Xavier 5th fastest. Little Chibi 4th fastest. Samosa 3rd fastest. Hip 2nd fastest. And Cold Cracks currently fastest. That is, I believe, Audi's driver going second fastest. Very nice performance there. Samosa putting up an excellent fight in the 2024 G card right now, compared to everybody else in the 2025 card, like their teammate, Little Chibi. It is Shayon in another special variant of the McLaren. This is Red Bull's driver in the pits, still yet to have valid lap time, as we have just under 3 minutes and 40 seconds left of Q1. Currently, Code Crack still sits fastest by out 1/100 of a second. So, pretty intense there. That's Little now going faster than their teammate by 0.8 of a second to go 3rd fastest so far, but against Simoza, sat in the 2024 V-Carb, putting up an excellent performance. And we're getting ready to rate the checkered flag for Q1 with just under 40 seconds left to qualifying. Drivers now racing to the start to the timing line to start their final flying laps of the session. So let's see how this lineup will be. That's Pink Bear Ferrari barely making their way into the top 10.
He is or he isn't?
Check mods chat. Inform me if anybody who is not meant to be on track is on track. It is currently leading the pack on provisional pole for 125.064, but Cold Cracks never count Cold Cracks out. I'm assuming they are going to give it everything this lap to take provisional pole away. We know they're fast. We know they are possibly the fastest driver out on track or on the grid right now. So let's see what kind of lap time they can put in. Currently in sector 2 on the long straight, approaching the very fast chicane. There we go. Very nice turns there. I believe turn 10 and 11 maybe, or no, 11 and 12 for Cold Cracks in the Visa Racing Bulls. One of the only teams to get a title sponsorship so far this season. Them and Ferrari. Xavier takes provisional pole for 123.966. But let's keep following Cold Cracks in the V-Carb, going for provisional pole. It was the top 2 fastest was him and Pips. But can Cold Cracks beat Pips here in Q2? Cookie takes provisional pole, but Cold Cracks takes provisional pole for 122.098. A very fast lap time indeed from the V-Carb driver. Meanwhile, Pips in the Porsche. Currently, they were 2nd fastest in Q1, but they're going to be needing to go fastest in Q2, of course. On track. Hopefully, my co-owner here can get some better eyes next time.
Oh my god.
So currently looking at the order with 4 minutes left of Q2. Cold Cracks on provisional pole. Little Chibi, their teammate, just 0.2 of a second behind them in P2. Meanwhile, Cookie, 3rd fastest. Xavier, 4th fastest. Samosa, 5th fastest. Pink Bear Ferrari, 6th fastest. It is 7th fastest. Hidero, 8th fastest. Pips, 9th fastest. And Lily, 10th fastest.
Big ownership.
Everyone move up 1 position because Blood Pixel decided to do a lap for some reason. Cold Cracks setting a new fastest lap. That makes them, how many is that? 0.6 faster than their teammate. Monstrous lap from the Visa Racing Bulls driver. Pips unable to set a valid lap time yet. Actually, him and Lily both aren't setting valid lap times, and that is definitely not helping them a lot.
Three drivers.
What?
Oh, and Pips hits the bump, and that is a lap ruined for the Forza driver.
Why do we have 3 drivers in one team? Excuse me?
Because last season's attendance was less than like 15, so we thought we could increase to 3.
And that is how real world F3 does it. But now we have just under a minute of qualifying left. Pips unable to set valid lap time. Hidero takes provisional pole with a 121.564. Cold Cracks not on a lap. So that means that I believe Hidero will be taking pole position here unless any other driver currently on a lap can challenge them for that position. But what a mighty fine lap from BMW here. Let's see if any drivers are currently on their way to take that from him. No, it doesn't look like it. Not seeing any purple sectors besides Hidero's. And we're approaching just under 10 seconds of Q2 remaining. And yes, it is going to be BMW's drivers. Hidero takes pole position for the Australian Grand Prix. Drivers return to pits. And that is a great qualifying session from BMW to take pole position for the season opener today. And I forgot to hit record, so let me do that.
Good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone.
All right, everybody shut up.
Oh.
I flipped melatonin into pink.
All right, and here come the lights. 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4, 5. It's time to start season 3 of Paul F3 Academy, and it's lights out and away we go. Great start. It's the V-Carb gets of Cold Cracks gets a very bad start. They stalled up this before leaving. That puts them at a big disadvantage. Good start from the BMW there of Hidero.
W Solara.
Ferrari following right behind them. That is the V-Carb of Little. Right behind them, the Ferrari inching out ahead. It's Cookie trying to take the lead, but Hidero unable to defend. Cookie seems to be leading the race right now as things stand, but I wouldn't count Hidero and Little out of the fight yet. Yes, Cookie in the lead. Hidero trying to going very risky through turn 10. And now onto the main straight. 18 drivers out on track right now. That's an Audi losing the car, spinning out. Mercedes did so too. Chaos in the straight right now. Many drivers losing control of the car there. But Hidero takes the lead back of this race from Cookie in the Ferrari. And now approaching the through the chicane of turn 11 and 12. Pink Bear Ferrari falls all the way down to P19. Jameer sat in P17 right now. I don't know where P15 and 16 are. They have disappeared from the leaderboard. Here's Cookie now taking the lead back of this race. It's a great battle. The 2 V-Carbs up there, P4 and P3, respectively. I have no idea what I'm even saying. But now as we start the second lap, Hidero leads. Cookie right behind them. Now on board. It's Little Chibi sets the fastest lap of the race so far, 127. Cookie falling behind Samoza, rocketing up into P2 in their V-Carb. That's the 2024 V-Carb. Now chasing down Hidero for the lead of this race. Wait, you can just mute. You're already muted. All right, whatever. Oh, and this is Cookie upside down. Cookie loses so much positions after falling down. That is not good at all.
The Solara downfalls too hard to these clips.
Rocketing past the BMW in the 2024 V-Carb, taking the lead of this race, but through turn 16, who is ahead? It's hard to tell. It looks like they're basically wheel to wheel right now. Right now it says Hidero's leading, but Samoza has taken the lead of this race. Hidero sets the fastest lap though, and that is a V-Carb leading the race now. Pulling away, they're looking at 35 points right now with the car swap and the lead. Very good start of the season for Racing Bulls as Samoza sets the fastest lap again, a 123.6. Hidero falling further behind as Xavier takes third position and currently closing off the podium. No DNFs as of now just a bunch of wing damage on track. Samoza gets hit by a slowdown penalty, and Little takes the lead of this race. That is Pips. No, that's not Pips. That's a different. Oh, that's Little losing the car on the straight, and that gives Xavier the lead then of this race. Very good for Williams, now leading the race. Hidero in P2, back on the podium. Samoza P3, Pips P4, Little P5. One of the cars that we just can't see, but I'm not seeing anything in sector 2. It is off the track into the grass and the barriers there, and that's the Mercedes of Jameer going very wide. Not going to be sitting back and taking this lightly. They're gonna fight back for the win, and that is a Red Bull off the track. Who is that? That went off the track. Unable to tell. That was a lap car. Can't even see. No view at all. But they lost their rear wing, and yeah, no idea who that was. I don't think that was Isla. It's one of the drivers that just can't see. Lap 13, and that is Isla into the pits for a fresh set of intermediate tires on lap 9. Jameer currently the only driver left, and that's Jameer on their head, and that is big crash from the Mercedes. Luckily no damage, so the driver is safe, but they lose even more time that they had on those ahead of them. Currently sat at what I assume is the back of the grid. And that is Xavier in the grass in sector 2. The Williams not on track, not rejoining, but they definitely lost quite a bit of position there. Penalty for them, and that's Isla into the barriers in sector 2. This is our first DNF of the race, and that's a Mercedes off the track next to them. I assume that is well, actually, we can't even tell who that is, but yellow flag in sector 2, as that is a DNF for Red Bull Racing from Isla.
Yeah, sector 2.
Red flag.
With DNF.
Red flag.
Front.
That is a red flag out on track. Yeah, that is the red flag coming out because of 4 DNFs over the course of the race. Red flag.
Person front suspension. We deploy safety car.
No, red flag, because there wasn't 2 crashes in a single lap for all we could tell. Hopefully we can fix the leaderboard. Hopefully. But yeah, drivers returning to the pits now. No overtaking is allowed. We have taken a picture of the standing positions. So, well, we can't tell who are in some positions. But yeah, this is a free pit stop for most drivers now.
We're starting the race immediately. We're already behind schedule, so...
Let's start the lights. Here come the lights. 2, 3. It's gonna be a race restart here in Australia. And it's lights on, away we go. Hidero, good start. They were able to climb their way back into first position after a less than ideal start. The leaderboard is fixed. Mustang at the back. Didn't they DNF? Mustang must leave the grid immediately.
I think just leave them in for now. Leave them in for now.
Didn't say they lost their rear wing.
It showed for me that they don't have a rear wing, but for you it shows that he has a rear wing. I'm not too sure.
I did see at least one Porsche that crashed, and that is a Ferrari in the barriers. Who is that? That's Cookie out of this race on the first lap of the restart. And they have gotten that cleaned up already. That is some big damage to Ferrari's budget and to their dreams of a World Constructors Championship.
Sector 2.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. What has happened there?
A flipped car.
A flipped car. Is that... Who is that? Well, I don't see it. Anyways, we are back to racing with the green flag. Hidero leading by 1.3 seconds. It was a dream start for BMW. Samoza, P2, Xavier into P3. Actually passing Samoza right now. That is Little in dropping down to P5 or P6 it seems. Lily into P4.
If you're setting the fastest lap of this session, the 1:24.8. This is a very, very, very close fight today, especially in Australia, as a lot of these drivers showing their true pace.
It was a great start from Hidero, or from Xavier, I mean, who started P7 on the grid and is now up into P2 or P3, facing off of Somoza in the Racing Bulls. Hidero pulling away with his lead. Nothing is troubling BMW right now. Standings haven't updated. Hidero with another fastest lap, absolutely flying right now.
I feel like there's gonna be a very big bandwave coming into this season, as a lot of these drivers aren't even F3, they're more like F2 drivers.
That is for sure. We are going to be enforcing the ban wave soon. So, teams, if you have a driver that's banned, I don't want to hear any complaints. Zeus, you can take over looking for crashes with Tonk. Oh, that's
like
into the wall, into the barriers. That's a double DNF from Ferrari. And by the way, that is counted as one suspension and one front wing from Ferrari because of the how.
Hold on, can they move?
No,
can they move?
Cannot.
Are they just stuck?
Yeah. And
that sucks.
DNF. And that is going to be suspension damage. Yellow flag in sector 2 or 3. We do need to get this cleaned up, and I think that's been cleaned up now by the marshals. Good job to them as we go back to racing. No threat behind them. Very good performance being in the 24 car there. And that's Little going off the track. Almost crashed, I believe. And that is a Mercedes that spun out in sector 2. Looks like they've gotten going again, but that was Jameer, which means they fall even further behind. That's it is spinning out in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2, and we're back to racing with the green flag. Was that suspension damage? Oh, and that is Mustin in the barriers. They are and they've just DNF'd. That's another red flag. On lap 13 again, we have our
safety car.
Second red flag. No, that's 4 DNFs.
Wait, Dragon.
No, but that's 2 DNFs in a. That's 2 DNFs in a.
That's our lap. That's our 4th DNF of the race.
Yeah, but that's 4th.
Why would we make a safety car when we're already red? No, okay. Every 4 red flags, or every 4 crashes is a red flag. Why would we make a safety car?
Race.
And here comes the light.
Second restart.
The light's coming on for the second restart of the Australian feature race. And give a second. It's lights out. Away we go. Good start. They're hoping to keep the start that they got last time. The rain will decrease starting on lap 3, expected to just 10% over the course of about 3 minutes. So this is going to be a huge roadblock in the team strategy. Hidero got a great start over Somoza, but Somoza doing very good on the straight line, approaching the BMW from behind, getting very close to Hidero there, but Hidero now pulling ahead. That is Lily going off the track very wide for McLaren. Jameer still at the back of the grid, as he has been for the entirety of this race, I assume.
Oh no, Pip has spun!
That's Pip spinning out, the Porsche losing position, and he falls to the back of the grid. Green flag, and that is a Williams that spun out. X-Paul, or no, that's not X-Paul, that's Seb, I think. Seb spinning out, maybe. Not even able to tell. A lot chaos at the race restart. I would say that was X-Paul that spun out, or Xavier. Both Williams falling to the back of the grid.
Yeah, this was definitely not the greatest race of for Williams, especially for Xavier, which qualified, I think, like P3. Let's check here. Xavier qualifying P6, and now falling down to P11.
The Mercedes driver able to make the most out of the restart and go up into P4, just off of the podium, which the 2 V-Carbs both stand on. But Hidero leads the race for BMW, and it was another great start from Hidero. already enabled on the track. So now if these drivers are within 1 second to each other, they are going to get that rear wing open. Hidero boxes for the soft tires. They pull the gamble first. Is it dry enough though to go on the slicks? We're gonna have to see as we go on board with the BMW driver falling down to 5th place after making a pit stop. Little Chibi almost loses the car there, and they box in for slicks, and both V-Carps are boxing now. Lily follows suit.
There's also Lily right behind. Seb staying out.
Going on to the soft tires. Seb takes the lead of the Australian feature race after the top 3 all box for tires. They're all on the softs. Actually, why is there a V-Carb on the hards? Little Chibi running hard tires right now. It's been a blunder from the V-Carb strategy team, as they are now on hards with only 4 or 5 laps remaining. Seb leading the race. Hidero up into P4. Lily seems to have a slow pit stop as they lose position to Hidero. Put their car as very close to Seb now with within just a single lap, and Seb off the track into the gravel, getting a slowdown penalty. The Inters have lost almost all their grip already, and Seb has to box for the slick tires.
Yeah, no, this was a very big gamble by Hidero, as we knew that he was struggling on the first lap with those softs, even as the track was starting to cool down and stuff. But now, Hidero taking that gamble, look where it has paid off now. 4-second gap from the V-Carb of Simone's. Hidero might just win the Australian Grand Prix by a landslide.
We are not F1. This is a feature race. Drivers now, all the drivers onto the slick tires. That's Hess Ryan is the final driver to make the switch. But Hidero is now running away with this, calling the strategy right. They're the one in that car. They know the conditions that they can deal with, and decided that boxing on lap 4 was the right move, and it sure was, as it has paid off in spectacular fashion for BMW. All the cards have fallen in place for them to get a great finish. But now, as we enter the final lap, all eyes lie on the BMW. BMW to enter the season after just failing to get the win in the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship. Now, they are going to be leading the final lap of the Australian feature race, the first round of this season. They came in with the goal of winning. They came in with a new design, a whole new set of drivers, and an entirely new team, or a set of team staff. But they have shown their hard work, their dedication to win this season, to be ahead of every other team. And right now, BMW leading the Australian feature race. Hidero, a monstrous 10-second gap between him and P2. This has been a great race. They started on pole. Even though it isn't a Grand Slam, it's been a great racing performance from Hidero himself, who has shown their skill as a driver here and made the right strategy call, made all the right moves while driving. And now, as they round through turn 15, and they're coming in through turn 16, the final turn, the crowd rises. The grandstands roar their approval for BMW, and Hidero wins the Australian feature race by 10 seconds. Great job to you, Hidero. It's a well-deserved win for you and BMW. Amazing job to all of you. Somoza comes in P2, but it's 28 points for them. Lily passes Little on the final lap and takes the podium. This was quite a great race for Lily. The red flags playing in for them. Little on just barely failing to make it onto that podium. Just short. We'll have to see how the investigation goes. Pibbs takes P5, Pink takes P6, Seb takes P7. Xavier is going to round the corner. Williams had a bad race today, even though things looked bright at the start. It's P8 and P9 for the two Williams drivers. Jameer will come in P10 to take the final point. 1 point for Mercedes for him, and Mercedes not able to maximize too many points from this race. However, it's enough points for Mercedes. Hess getting 10 points for Audi, despite not even being in the points. And that is the end of the Australian feature race. Mighty fine job to our top 3 podium finishers. And we'll have to see who finished in P3. Was it Little or was it Lily?
Mod VC?
Yeah, Isla, remove yourself from the picture. We don't want to see you. We'll take the picture, but if not, it will be a double.
This guy needs to come over here first.
It's
P2.
fine. They can be. That's perfectly fine, bro. You're not a photographer like me, a photographer.
I am gonna.
Here is your podium finishers for today. Beautiful shot there, but we are going to have to discuss everything that's happened. We're gonna have to discuss the finishing position, and we see all of the damages.
Alright, you guys talk
Oh
about
my
that
goodness.
in the interviews.
You can do the interviews, Zeus, but for now, I'm going to go discuss this with Stell.